Hello and welcome to Arcade Couch, the best place to chill with friends and get your game goodness each and every Monday. My name's Dylan Blight. Joining me on the couch this week, Ashley Hobley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here before the biggest week in gaming, right? This year, easily.
I think now that Grand Theft Auto has been delayed, yeah. I think that's the biggest week we got happening. Yeah, for sure. Also here, Karen Merchant.
Hello, it is me back again with all the latest on Elden Ring Night Rain.
Is it a bit because none of us have played it?
Yes.
Very good.
Probably the biggest thing in gaming right now. And yep.
Now, to be fair,
Dylan's copy of it is still wrapped in plastic.
well, my copy of the original game, and I can't play Night Rain until I've unwrapped the plastic on the original game, you know what I mean?
I don't know, they're two different games, right? So
Yeah, 100%.
No, this is the recycled bosses of the.
I mean,
No, but
it's
still
the
a
boss
different
rush
game.
version of that game, right? So if you play this game, it'll be easier to play
exactly.
Sure, it's a very
the
good
original.
point.
None of that
Very
walking
good point.
around stuff. It's just all the fighting.
Yeah, I hate walking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if only you had two friends to play with.
If only.
I feel like Kieran's your face when Ash said the biggest week in gaming, you was a bit like, oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know. Surely there's going to be like another week where.
We got the Nintendo Switch 2 and Summer Game Fest.
Oh, yeah. All right.
When you
forgot
put it like
you forgot
that.
about Switch, didn't you?
Well, I forgot about the Switch being involved as well. I
forgot
was
about
just
the
talking
Switch.
about. I was just thinking about Summer Game Fest in general.
No,
And
yeah.
just
I think it's
That's
the pairing
fair.
of Summer Game Fest plus the Switch.
Yeah,
I think
that's fair.
it.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. So this week we are doing our annual, what used to be E3 predictions, but are now just Summer Game Fest predictions. I didn't actually say how many to do, but I feel like 5's usually the number.
But once I have more than that.
That's good because math says
There'll be
one of
overlap.
yours will get taken. Yeah.
Yep.
And then what I'm thinking though is 5 normal ones, and then I'm going to say we do a 6th one if you can, and then it's a haymaker. If it happens, you get double points for that one,
Sure.
just for shits and
Fair
giggles.
enough.
But before that, Ash wanted to give a bit of an update on our fantasy
course he
critic
did.
game that I still don't understand.
Yes.
But yeah, go.
So obviously Fantasy Critic is a big thing across gaming for other podcasts and stuff. So we've decided to do it this year. Obviously I can't remember how many games we're going to have each. But, obviously I hang 12 games each.
Currently or at the end of it?
No, at the ends. Oh no, there's how many? No, I can't find the number. I'm too lazy to count. Anyway, currently sitting in the lead is Dylan with 84.84 points
I don't
from
understand
6
this, 'cause
games released.
You and Kieran have both picked extra games. I've picked nothing.
See, this is why I felt it necessary to bring this up here.
Okay.
So there's a bidding system for games post the first opening draft.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to bid on games, and then at the end of every week, they'll be totaled up, and then the games will be added. So, going through the history of the league.
Because I've been with Kieran while he's had this on his phone,
So let's
fucking
see.
around and was complaining at the time when we was at what the fuck was that thing called? Dream no.
I am.
IM,
What was
yes.
that? IM. Kieran was on his phone checking this, I think at least once every day, flicking through things. No idea.
I
what
was
doing.
like squizzing. I was having a look. I was trying to get on,
Okay,
He was
so
complaining
Get
the
on the
entire
track.
time that Ash, he's like, this fucking Ash guy's fucking us, is what he was saying.
So
don't know.
I did the counter fucking, which means, you don't.
And I still have no idea what any of these are on about.
okay,
so.
let me finish going through the points. So Dylan's in the lead with 82.84 with 6 games released. I'm in second place with 69.81 points with 6 games released. And Kieran is sitting at 21.24, but with only 3 games released. Obviously,
What are the games?
One of my games I do have is going to be Mario Kart World Tour.
What's
yeah.
this week?
Kieran had Avowed come out, Wander Stop come out, Elder Scrolls come out. Elder Scrolls Oblivion remastered, which fucked me because I counterpicked it, so I lost 12 points.
Rip.
But then Kieran lost 11 points because he counterpicked Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Which is
Yeah,
not that bad.
Yeah, Dylan has done surprisingly well with Monster Hunter Wilds getting him 19 points.
What do you mean
And
surprisingly well?
Clara Obscuria getting 24.
What's that? What do you mean? What's this word? Surprising.
Considering
It's just
you
facts.
don't know what the fuck's going on
Yes.
with it.
Yeah, I don't. But
Yeah.
I know video games. So.
So yes, there is a bidding system. Throughout the year, you're meant to bid on games as they're announced, or
No one told me this.
That was literally what we said in the debut episode of this segment. So yes, let's for people who haven't been tracking since our draft, I dropped Earthblade because it got cancelled. I then purchased Lost Souls Aside for $1. I then got Lost Records and Bloom Rage for $1. Kieran dropped Fable because it got delayed to next year. On the 13th of April, I acquired Witchbrook, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Pokemon Legends ZA for $1 each.
What?
Yeah, because nobody's bidding against you.
What?
This is the thing. And there's no notifications or anything to say, hey, this person's bid on this thing.
No, you just need to be aware. And then on the 27th of April, Kieran picked up Rematch and Hell Is Us for $5 each and Marathon for $10.
You mean we just have to be aware? That's
Yeah.
So each week you need to log on and look at what bids have been placed or look at stuff that's available that could be.
Oh, yeah. Then I had to drop Grand Theft Auto because it got delayed, which also fucked me.
Why are you allowed to drop so many things?
Because they got delayed out of this year.
Yeah. You're okay to drop it if it got delayed.
Okay. But you're not allowed to just drop something because you.
I believe we allowed one.
Okay.
So if you get a feeling the game's going to be shit that's on your list, you can drop it.
But you can't drop it afterwards. You have to do
you have to drop it before it releases.
Okay. So I should bid on things?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm bringing this up because Summer Games Fest is this week.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of release dates and new games will be announced. And when you lose at the end of the year, I don't want you to have any excuses. Like, I didn't know the rules.
Like you just did.
Yeah.
Say that.
No, to clarify, I'm happy I'm winning, but I legit don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
There's like a literal page of rules on this website.
I have done nothing. I've not logged into it.
You have the same. You have
Does not
thing is, right? So why didn't you log in while you were sat there at Summer Games Fest with me, fucking IEM with me, looking at it, researching it?
Well, I was too busy doing, social posts for the Explosion Network account.
Oh, fucking right.
You could have distracted yourself from those terrible people chanting wrong.
Too busy making TikTok chants, you know what I mean? Like,
chanting was fine.
Yeah.
It was the people holding up the signs that weren't going to get seen that were the problem.
Well, there we go. I'll attempt to find that password and
Yep. I will say, Kieran, I think Kieran's going to come in strong because he's got Mario Kart World next week. Rematch, which might do well. And then Death Stranding 2 on the beach at the end of the month.
Is there a
then we'll have a
maximum
good gauge of how close we are.
Well, we've got to fill out lists anyway. So we've got to get up to like 20. Is it 24 or something?
Something like that.
So I would have my starting games and have like way more so far.
Not that many more. Like 3 or 4.
Couple.
Pretty sure you just named several games that you picked up. Like
actually, it would be like 2 or 3 since we both had to drop games and had to replace them.
I wonder if there's anything I got dropped. I can't remember what I picked.
Do you want me to run through your list?
Yeah, sure. Hit me.
So Dylan had Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Hollow Knight Silksong, Monster Hunter Wilds, Elden Ring Night Rain, Dragon Quest 1-2 HD 2D Remake, South of Midnight, Mixtape, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Clear Obscura 33, Call of Duty 2025, Pokemon Let's Go 2. Those were both like unannounced games that we guessed.
That one's not happening.
Yeah. And these counterpicks are the next Tomb Raider game and Mafia the Old Country. Kieran's games are Ghost of Yotai, Mario Kart World, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Avowed, The Outer Worlds 2, Dispatch, Marathon, One to Stop, Slay the Spire 2, Hell Is Us, Rematch, Judas, unannounced next mainline Tomb Raider game, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, and counterpicked Assassin's Creed Shadows and unannounced next mainline Fire Emblem game.
To clarify, what is counterpicking mean again?
So it means you're stopping somebody else from dropping a game that you think's going to do badly.
And you get the opposite of whatever points they get.
Why do I counterpick Mafia for?
I don't actually understand that.
I don't know. You thought it was not
I think both your counterpicks are yikes.
What was my one?
Mainline Tomb Raider game?
No,
It's
I
not
feel
coming
like
out this year.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair. Yeah.
And then I got Civ 7, Citizen Sleeper 2, Mafia: The Old Country, Doom: The Dark Ages, Metroid Prime 4, 2 Point Museum, Professor Layton: The New World of Steam, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, Lost Soul Aside, Pokemon Legends ZA, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Witchbrook, Split Fiction, unannounced 3D Mario platformer, unannounced mainline Fire Emblem game, and counterpicked Elder Scrolls Oblivion and
That's
Pokemon
like
Let's Go
double
2.
my list. What are we talking about? There was so many more games.
Mm,
Um,
we got
So, yeah,
5 spots left. 1, 2,
you've
3,
counterpicked
4,
my Pokemon, right?
6, 7, 8.
So I can't drop Pokemon.
No, you can
No.
drop Pokemon Let's Go.
Oh,
I don't think anybody's going to pick that. I think it's a terrible pick.
So I got
I think
5
you should.
slots left. Kieran's got 6 slots left, and Dylan's got 8
Mhm.
slots left.
So I could drop Pokemon Let's Go and say like November if I wanted.
But
No.
you'd have to pick another. You'd have
No,
to
because it's
go
been
for
locked.
another.
Pokemon Let's Go has been locked.
Oh,
It's
has
counterpicked.
who? Oh, who counterpicked
I
it?
counterpicked it.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
thought. There we go.
I
Yeah.
thought you had. Oh, okay.
Very good. Very good. Very
Good.
good. Very good. What's the website again? I'll need that link.
Fantasy Critic. Oh my god.
Thank you. Fancy. Yeah, very good. Thank you. I'll bid some money, eh? How much money do I have, do you reckon?
$100.
Do I get more?
No.
Fantasy drafting's weird, eh? Is it the same rules for sport?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Okay. But you bid on players.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And then I'm not going down that road.
Based on
let's
their
get into
stats in the games.
all right, let's get into our Summer Game Fest predictions. Now, unlike E3, where obviously it's a little bit more, when we did it was like, hey, this showcase. Summer Game Fest predictions are not just for Summer Game Fest, they are anything that's part of the Summer Game Fest umbrella of the Xbox, the actual show, the fucking the Volvo announces one, whatever. If Nintendo decide to do one, anything within like basically the next 2 weeks, I'd say, is fine. Just to make it easier for myself, we will do 5 predictions and then 1 Hey Mika each.
Hey, Mika.
Hey Mika. Boo. I will start on my left of the screen and work my way across, so it makes it easier for me to keep track of. Which means Ash, you are going first.
We are going to see IO Interactive's Project 007. Obviously, we got teased at the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal. We'll get a full proper trailer this time, story trailer, and I think James Bond will be facial mapped on a rather famous actor. It will be a known actor when you see James Bond.
As
in
in
the game.
one that's not been Bond already?
Yes,
Okay.
it'll be an original Bond for the game.
Hmm.
And then all people are like, "Oh, is this the next Bond for the movies?" And you're like, "No, it's just for the video game."
Kieran?
My first one is we will get a Judas release date trailer, including a release date in November 2025.
Is this because you're just trying to help your own picks?
That could be it. That could be it, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't bode well for a game called Judas. I feel like having a good check, like the title like sets up. It's not going to go.
It's going to betray you.
All right, I'm gonna go with. All right, let's stick to a simple. Let's just go that, but different. Bioshock gets a new game announced.
Yeah. Okay.
doesn't
Bioshock
have
4 or
anything-
3 or whatever they decide to call
Yeah,
it.
it's look, if we're going off the rumors and what makes sense, 2K has just gone. Let's just go back to Rapture, even though it makes no sense, but that's the ones that people love. Let's go back. And I will laugh if the game's called something as ridiculous as Bioshock Return to Rapture. But I would love it even more if it was called Bioshock Big Daddy's Home, baby. That would be
Wow,
great.
rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, rolls right off the tongue. Yeah. Played on Switch too now. Ash, what's your second one?
It's now 2 years post Starfield. It feels about time. We're going to get a trailer for Elder Scrolls 6.
I don't think they waste that on SGA?
No, during the Xbox showcase.
I didn't
No,
think
that-
during the Xbox showcase. I think that happens. Oh, maybe. Okay.
Xbox
All right.
announcing things early. Everybody's bummed that Fable isn't coming out this year, so let's give them another thing to look forward to in the very distant future.
You know what I'd love? I would love the Elder Scrolls 6 teaser trailer to be exactly what they'd shown.
Exactly, just the logo coming up.
Plus 3 seconds.
Cut to black and then play like a little bit more.
Just look, exactly. They're like, hey, everyone gets super excited. They're sitting there watching, going, oh my God, here it is. Yeah, we've seen this part before. Oh, that's it.
A guy comes out and is like, I took a.
We're pleased to officially announce the Elder Scrolls 6. We fucking know.
In active development.
Active. Before it was just a trailer, guys. You didn't.
Yeah.
Before it's just a trailer.
Before it was just a logo.
Before it was just an idea. Karen.
My next one. We will get an announcement trailer to go in line with all of the reports we've had recently from voice actors saying they're not in the project for Persona 4 Golden Remaster, including the fact that it's going to be out day and date on Game Pass.
How do you feel about because that was Yuri Longfall tweeting.
Yuri and one of the other voice actresses did it as well, and I can't remember.
I saw Yuri.
It was one of the.
I don't
Did
love
you
that.
say why? Just
No.
money or time.
He just wasn't asked, I think is all he said.
Wasn't asked. That's even worse.
Yeah, that's, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I would be down for, my thing is like, I'm going to get excited for the Persona 4 remake, I guess, if it's announced. But I'm also like, I don't know, it feels weird anytime they just get rid of the original voice cast, especially when the game's not really that old, you know? I'm like, Persona 4 was a Vita game, guys.
And
it wasn't
came to consoles recently, I want to say, re-released.
Well, they ported it to like PC and everything like a year ago or 2 years ago. So, I don't really know. Anyway, it was my first Persona game, so I'd be keen for it. But yeah, the voice cast thing is a bit weird. Yeah, all right, let's go. I'll tick one off, attempt to give Kieran some shitty points. It's time for a Tomb Raider reboot. But this time, we're not playing as young Lara from the start. They're going to do like a... I don't know if they'll try and link it together, but it's like it's older Lara. Not like old Lara, but like older, more in tune with the original game's Lara. And they're never going to explain Lara. They're never going to explain or
there'll just be a jump. It's just on new mysteries now.
Just, is this a new? Does it link into? Who knows? But anyway, that's where we're at.
Well, Crystal Dynamics is working on it, right? From memory, for Amazon.
Apparently, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ash,
guys, I think this is the year.
The lights all go down.
The lights go black. 3 green dots. And then an image of the original version of Splinter Cell shows up. You're like, what? We've already got this game. And then they like make it look better. You know, they do the transition where it's like the full like HD up remake remaster look. Like, look how far we've come. Replay the original
I would love to pay someone, if I had all the money in the world, I would pay someone to go through all of our content and find every time over the entire nearly 10 years we've been doing this now, to find every time.
We've talked about this so much. Some other game should just steal the idea if Splinter Cell is not going to do it.
I don't think there's a joke that has carried through as long as the lights all go dark. 3 green dots appear.
One day, like the pop that'll happen though, if it does, you know? The excitement, like that's where we have to, like, God forbid, like have to be recording it somehow, you know?
Well, yeah. We'll be recording this year, so maybe it is the year. Maybe it is.
Week on Saturday, right? 6 a.m.
Yeah,
6
a.m. or something like that. Yeah.
Yes,
7.
I'll double check the times at the end of the episode so everyone has them. But yeah, early Saturday morning is the Summer Game Fest. All right, I'm gonna go. What are we up to? 3 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3. Let's go. My number 3. I'm gonna go something to do with Jurassic World. I know it's a very vague prediction, but I'm just going to say either like one of those what are those games called? Jurassic Park Evolution, like the whatever ones, like maybe a DLC or a new one. I don't know,
Okay.
something like that. I'm just going to go some. Jurassic World is at Summer Game Fest because that new movie comes out when, July?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so I feel like that makes sense. New Jurassic World movie coming. Yeah.
Well, I got on my list. There's a Jurassic Park survival game that was announced maybe
Park
last year.
Survival game.
So maybe there's some sort of tie-in. They show one of the dinosaurs from the new game, new movie in the game. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
Or you can play Scarlett Johansson.
Well, yeah. Did you watch that last trailer? Side note.
I don't think so.
They had this. There's this T-Rex chasing people down the water in it, which is apparently a scene from the books that they've never included, like the original book that they've never included. So
okay,
there you go. Fun fact. Ash, what's your number 4?
Did Kieran go?
Didn't he?
Did I go?
I've done 3 now.
I feel I think I said
I've only done 2.
Yeah,
I've only done 2.
Oh, I skipped him to me. Right, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go with. All right. This isn't okay. Throughout Summer Games Fest, there will be at least 4 games that feature or rely heavily on AI in some form or another throughout the show.
Mm-hmm.
Easy one.
You're talking about the blockchain games.
Yes. Those lovely. Here's random trailer for insert game here that has paid for the show.
Yeah, I was about to say the problem is that they pay for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jeff Keighley puts out and goes, "Who wants to you can pay $250,000 to be on the show or whatever," and all these blockchain games, they're willing to take the ad space. So, yeah. All right, now it's your number 4, Ash. I got so sidetracked with all that Splinter Cell talk.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. It was so stealthy that you thought.
Yeah. I thought it just snuck right past Karen. Yeah.
I think we're going to get a Ghost of Yotai gameplay trailer, kind of showcasing what how the new Ghost differs in combat compared to Jin.
They did say PlayStation is one of the partners for Summer Game Fest. So,
and the Ghost of Yotai makes the most sense outside of it just being Death Stranding.
Well, that's out of Death Stranding, yeah. Which Death Stranding's going to be.
But it's too soon. It's like maybe they want to tell you what's coming up.
Yeah. Death Stranding's there the day later that day anyway, because they're having a live demo of the game with Hideo Kojima playing it. And that's happening later this afternoon. So, yeah. Kieran, what's your number 4?
Number 4 is we get an announcement trailer for Resident Evil 9.
Resident Evil 9.
Yep.
That was a good impression. I thought that was good.
That was good. You did well.
Now, what are we doing with Resident Evil 9? Because last Resident, obviously Village, they did the DLC. You got the little girl. They got all the, are we still first person? Are we still continuing this weird time?
I think we continue with first person. I don't know if it's links to that story though directly.
No, Chris.
I think the thing is, I'd like a Leon. Give me a Leon game, please. Or a Claire, or we've had a lot of Chris. Chris is now featured heavily in the last 2 because of that storyline. He even had a whole DLC where you played as Chris. We've had enough Chris. Can we,
I do wonder, after the success of Tall Mama Vampire Lady, can the Resident Evil franchise succeed without sexy horror icon? Because all people remember about Resident Evil Village is Lady I don't know, but squash me. I don't know.
Yeah. Lady Devereaux, thank you very much.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
That was,
they're just going to recreate the Universal Classic monsters in Resident Evil. They're all sexy ladies.
Yeah. With Tom Cruise.
Sure.
It's a short Resident Evil Dark Universe.
Why not? Yeah, okay. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Try again, boys. You can do it.
Technically, it's Dark Universe still live. They just announced they've got a new ride at Universal Studios or something that's based on the Dark Universe.
I don't believe a fucking word that just came out of your mouth. Tom Cruise is not going back to that franchise.
Well, Tom Cruise isn't, but they're using the banner. Dark
oh yeah, the Dark franchise. Sure, yeah, okay, but it doesn't count. It's not real. It's not this is 2.0. Just do that real weird cast photo again, but with everyone that's new. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go number 4. I'll go PlayStation as well. I'm gonna go. They finally announced that long rumored Horizon co-op spin-off game that we've been hearing about for some time now. Because I feel like a spin-off co-op Horizon game is very much something PlayStation would be happy to announce at Summer Game Fest.
Yes.
And it's not something like it's not such a big reveal that they'd rather do it on their own thing. I feel like that's a Jeff Keighley type announcement.
And enough time has passed since Monster Hunter Wilds came out. Then you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, number 5 for you.
What am I going to pick?
What am I going to pick?
What have I picked so far? Variant. I think
I got 7 left.
I have so many left. I feel like I've barely touched my list.
Yeah. We are going to get the re-reveal of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. It's going to look good this time.
What is that as a prediction? We're going to get the re-reveal. It's going to look good this time.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're like, oh, that looks good.
I hope that's the reaction. I hope if we do
there won't be the universal. This looks like shit.
You watching in the corner, going, "Oh, this looks good this time."
Yeah,
very nice. Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
I mean, if it looks bad, I'll say it because then I'll get the points. Yeah.
I feel like that's a very self-sabotaging fucking one. Oh, as long as somebody says, "Oh, it looks good," then it's fine.
As long as it's a consensus.
Consensus. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it looks shit no matter what. Your 5th one, Kieran?
My 5th one. Ugh, which one do I go with?
I mean, we can do another round if you want.
Yeah.
If you've got so many, I can push to 6.
Let's go with an easy one. On the list of partners that we did see on the Jeff Keighley announcement was CG Project Red.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no shot they're saying anything about Witcher 4, so it has to be the announcement trailer for Witcher Remaster.
Ash is laughing so much at his to your CG Project Red. He is laughing
DD
so much.
Project Red.
Talk about old jokes.
I've seen him trying not to laugh so fucking hard. He's like, that was a good. I fucking called that.
Call that, guys. Long-time listeners will know.
Oh dear. Yeah, continue.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
No, it'll be the Witcher Remaster will be announced.
Yeah. The Witcher 1?
Yeah, the Witcher 1. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Halo comes to PlayStation because as crazy as that may have sounded a year ago,
Halo Infinite's definitely turning up.
It's inevitable now. So yeah, I mean, people will still go crazy. I'm looking forward to it because as soon as they announce it, there's gonna be a video of someone burning his Xbox. So it's gonna be quite fun.
Like, no, this is the end of the world.
You abandoned me.
I mean, I was just tossing up like maybe my haymaker should be. They announce a slate of games.
Hold on. Do you want to do?
Because you've kind of ruled it out.
I've ruled out. Okay.
I think Xbox announced a slate of games coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, like several.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do another 1 or 2? Because I still have 6 left.
You know?
Yeah, I do 1 or 2.
Okay. Keep going there.
All right. Then I'm going to go Perfect Dark.
No, you're not your haymaker. Just
my regular. Yeah. You know, Perfect Dark. We'll get a story trailer this time. Obviously, last time we saw it was a lengthy, extended gameplay section. Kind of get you interested. This one will be a story one that kind of explains what you're going to be doing in the actual game. And it's going to be announced for 2026.
Yeah. I'd like that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These quadruple A games, they take 20 years to make, so.
That's fair. That's a fair point. That is a fair point.
Okay.
We will get a release date trailer with a December release for 2XKO. That is the League of Legends fighter. Yeah, we'll get that for December this year.
Yeah, that feels like it's been a long time coming. So
Isn't it in beta?
Well, it's
or
been
alpha or-
everywhere, and like people have been
Closed
playtesting it for a while
Yeah.
now. Like I feel like it's
closed
a
alpha. It's embargoed, whatever it is. You have to. It's NDA'd up, I think.
Mm.
Up the wahoo. I'll go. Kingdom Hearts 4 drops a trailer.
No shot.
I'm
What?
just
No
Oh,
way.
it drops a trailer.
teaser.
I think
don't
that's
know,
realistic.
Some
No,
sort of-
because
You just
I
got
don't think
like a random bunch of screenshots
Yeah, I
on
don't
a
think
random
that
Tuesday.
I
Yeah.
don't think they would have done that if they were going to be at this.
I feel like that's
I
what
think
they
I
would
feel
do.
like
doing
that's what
that
they
is-
would do.
Yeah.
I don't like. Why would you? Wouldn't you be better off? Wouldn't you be better off for like a hype moment to just let people not forget about it, but just doubt that it could be a thing? The moment you put up those pictures, you then become realistic.
It's that whole thing. Like they did one of those posts where they're like, "Oh, we're canceling the mobile game.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 4 is still in active development. We look forward to sharing more soon."
Summer
Soon's
Games
now.
Fest is soon.
Yeah. The only reason it's in my short list is based entirely off that tweet a couple weeks
Yes.
ago. Too. Yeah. All right. Do you want to do one more normal and then
Yes.
our haymaker? So lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7 is lucky for Max Payne because we're going to get Max Payne 1 and 2 remake confirmed for 2025.
This is that's a lot. This is the Remedy
Yep.
remake.
Remedy remake.
Now, to clarify, they've been working on these remakes. They've also been working on Control 2. They've also been working on FBC Firebreak.
Yep. Remedy is a crazy studio and they put a bunch of stuff. You know? Put
With
out
all
Control, they put
seriousness.
out Alan Wake 2, they put out
Remedy's a
Alan Wake
serious. Yep.
DLC constantly, you know, it feels like.
To clarify, they put out 2 DLCs for Alan Wake 2, but that's fine. Yeah. So, I mean, I'd like that, but I'm just very much like I don't know how much they like. If most of their resources are currently in Control 2 and
These remakes are easy.
Firebreak. Oh, they're super. Yeah, you're right. They're super easy. That's fair. Kieran, what's your lucky number 7?
My number 7 will be a proper announcement trailer, not a teaser like last time, for Mass Effect 5, whatever the fuck it's going to be called.
Return to the good shit.
Yeah. Shepard's back, bitches.
Yeah, Shepard's back. Didn't they say shit like
They in the teaser, it was Liara and she found Shepard's fucking shoulder guard thing.
You know, the thing I find interesting about this is, and I don't know if they've confirmed or done anything, but if they have Shepard back in this and you're not playing as Shepard, right? You're playing as another character, and let's say Shepard's like one of the main characters you just interact with, they have to choose a canon female or male.
No, like I feel like Shepard's back. I feel like you're playing as Shepard.
You reckon you're playing as Shepard?
I reckon you're playing as Shepard. Because it's like the best way to like reintroduce you to whatever the fuck's happening in that universe is a Shepard who hasn't like been around in like since the ending of Mass Effect 3. And then you can semi-forget what happened with like you could like even canon like forget Andromeda. Like and just pretend that doesn't exist.
The problem with Andromeda is I played like 20 hours of it and I can't remember playing it. Like I know it's a thing that happened for like 20
you played
hours
as one of the
my life,
Ryder twins.
and I just don't remember what the fuck I did. All right, my lucky number 7 is going to be. I feel like that. Let's go. Assassin's Creed Hexagon gets a trailer. Its first proper reveal. Now,
do you mean Assassin's Creed Hex?
Yeah. What did I say?
Hexagon.
Same thing. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Hex.
The Witch is about pentagrams, not hexagons.
Good. That's that's a fair point. Totally fair point. So this is the Assassin's Creed game where you're going to be playing during the witch trials. I'd like very intriguing to me since they announced it years back. They announced it at the same time as the last like 2 releases. So it's the final one that's going to come out of that initial like Assassin's Creed event thing they did. Now I don't think that this is coming this year simply because they've like slowed down their release schedule because they have to have the games release and do well. And obviously we only just got Shadows. So I don't think it's coming this year. That would be ridiculous. But I don't feel like you can't show a teaser trailer for this because I presume it would come next year. Like just going off.
No, take a year off with Assassin's Creed, please.
They've had different. I think they've had different studios working on this though at the same
yeah,
time.
but
So
even then, just
yeah.
give it a break, you know.
Yeah.
Just chill the fuck out.
Yeah. What's that whole thing of like if they'd released Assassin's Creed Shadows when they initially intended, like late last year, and this came out in 2026, there still would have been like a year between releases. But it's going to seem closer now because they had to delay Shadows into this year. So, all right, Ash, number 8, Haymaker.
Like a
What is
very
what is the-
unrealistic thing that they'll do.
What is the wildest thing you have on your shortlist there that you were like, this is here if I run out of everything else?
Well, I've got 2, I guess, that are very, very unlikely. I'm going to go, they're going to show a trailer for like a character reveal for Arcane Studios' Marvel's Blade.
What?
Do you remember
Say that
Arcane?
again?
Arcane? They're going to show the character design for Blade in like a new trailer
For Blade.
for Blade, the
They're doing
vampire
a Blade
hunter.
video game? Yeah, they're doing a Blade video game?
Yeah, it was announced at Game Awards like 2 years ago.
Don't remember that at all. Who's doing that?
Arcane Studios, the team behind Deathloop and the stealthy games.
Oh, no, I don't recall this, to be completely honest. Yeah, cool. So what are you saying? They're announcing a character?
They're going to show you what Blade looks like.
Oh, they're going to show what Blade looks like. Right. He's white. Shock!
It's Mahershala Ali because they're never going to make a Blade movie.
Yeah, because they're like, fuck it. They're not putting you into the movies, Mahershala. Like, come play the character in the video game. Karen, what's your...
It's actually it's interesting, Ash, that you went with that because mine is actually also features heavily with Arcane, but mine is finally Xbox Game Pass announces the Xbox release of Deathloop.
Wait, hold on.
What?
They haven't got Deathloop?
No, Deathloop's not on Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
That can't be right.
That's still a PlayStation exclusive.
Is it really?
Yeah, Deathloop is still a PlayStation exclusive.
I feel like that exclusivity would have ran up.
You would think so, right?
Did that
Yeah.
game come out like 2-3 years ago now?
Yeah.
Ash does not look convinced.
Well, on the Wikipedia page, it says that Deathloop released on Xbox X and Series S, or X and
Did
S,
it?
20th September 2022. So,
No shot. All right, I'm going with my other Haymaker, but it's fine. Because I was fairly No, let me go on to Game Pass right now. Because I was like, there's no shot. Well, there you go. There it is, everyone.
Hey, to clarify, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count then. That's
You
fine.
don't get a point for that.
That's fine.
what about the other one, the Tokyo one? Did that come out on Xbox?
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Hey, I like that game.
Yuck.
Oh, it did.
I like walking around it. I like walking around.
All right. Ubisoft can't rest on its laurels the whole time. So finally, for Assassin's Creed, finally get some help. New Far Cry game is announced.
That doesn't seem that wild, but
It isn't, but my wild one was Deathloop, and I was
your wild one was.
It was 3 years ago. A game that came out 4 years ago on a
Oh,
platform.
no. All right. No. Let's go to Old Faithful then if we're talking about fucking Haymakers. Finally, a new Legacy of Kain game is released. Is announced. Let's just go with Old Faithful. They've done the remaster now. Let's just fucking...
I mean, it's closer than it's ever been.
Exactly, right? 100%.
It is close to this over. It's very true. I feel like that's better. I feel
Unless
like if
it's
we
also better.
New
That's
Legacy
better.
of Kain, New Far
Legacy of
Cry.
Kain.
Oh, yeah.
That's just Legacy of Kain. That's fine. I could have got even wilder Haymaker and said Half-Life 3. And I feel like if I had said Half-Life 3 and I'd got it, I'd want like quadruple points.
Well, let me tell you my prediction. The Jeff Keighley turns to the camera because I have notes. Jeff Keighley turns to the camera and he says, I want you to note this is the first prediction I wrote down. Jeff Keighley turns to the camera. He says, ladies and gentlemen, and he looks teary. He looks like he's about to cry. Like he looks like this is an emotional moment for him. He says, ladies and gentlemen, I have been working in the video game industry my whole life and I have waited for moments like this. This show exists for moments like this. Please enjoy. The cameras go dark. We hear like rummaging.
3
background
lines.
noises, something like that. And then you hear, Gordon! Half-Life 3, baby.
And because I said it, I feel like I now need to say for you. Quadruple points. Because I would have wanted it if I had bet that, so quadruple points.
I remember reading an article. Like
you auto win. No, you auto win all predictions. If you get it right, you auto win all predictions.
I remember I read an article about a month ago where someone reckoned that it was like one of those like not believable enough for me to go anywhere with it sort of leakers, but people being like, yeah, Half-Life 3 is finally nearly like it's on its way. It's finally happening, everyone. Valve was working on it to shut people up basically and I'm like, that sounds like such a terrible leak, but I'm going to read this article anyway. But then people in the comments, I can't remember what website it was, pointed out that, and this is apparently true, that Jeff Keighley was going to have the reveal of Half-Life Alyx on Summer Game Fest the year that came out, but at the last minute, basically, a couple hours before the show, Valve pulled it from the show because they didn't like the way that they like it demoed, like it just didn't look good enough for them, or some very
They got cold feet.
particular reason.
Yeah,
they got cold feet. Yeah, but it's well known that Jeff does have
connections,
a lineage with Valve, with Gabe Newell, with Half-Life.
Didn't he do the documentary?
Yeah. So I feel like if Half-Life 3 ever gets announced, I do think it would get announced at a Jeff event. To be honest, I feel like it would show up there. I don't think that's a tweet you wait up to see Half-Life 3 randomly announced. That's the thing. And I want to say, my idea of how it happens with Jeff nearly crying, that's exactly how it would happen. So, you know it would. All right. Very good. Well, that's it. Find out this week. So, Summer Game Fest schedule is as follows. So, June 7th, that's this Saturday, kicks off Summer Game Fest, the main show, Jeff Keighley. 7 a.m. is when the show starts. Then you've got Day of the Debs at 9 a.m. following that. The next day, if you want to never sleep, Wholesome Direct, 2 a.m. Future Game Show, 6 a.m. Sunday. The Frosty Games Fest, 9 a.m. I will note, I've included them in my initial list of Summer Game Fest shows, and then I think it was last week that they were officially made part of the Summer Game Fest
page or
groups page. So they're on the Jeff Keighley thing, which is good for them. It's good for them. It's good for all the Aussie developers. It's good for this show. That
how many games do you reckon will be in that showcase?
They announced 50, more than 50. They said
that's massive
from us ANZ developers only. That's a lot. So, yeah,
it's more than the packs.
Yeah, well, we'll fucking see. Yeah, so that's obviously. I do think that's very cool. Like the amount of eyes that'll be on that, because that showcase will now be co-streamed into the normal Summer Game Fest YouTube streams and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's very cool for all these Aussie games. And then June 9th, just as we head into into next week. So Monday, Xbox fucks us all by having their showcase at 3 a.m. as they do every year. That will be immediately followed by the Outer Worlds 2 Direct. Then at 5 a.m. on Monday, you've got the PC gaming show. And that is it so far. There's no Devolver, there's no Nintendo, there's no PlayStation, any of those other people so far. And to be honest, I don't know if we will. It's pretty fucking close to kickoff, so maybe not, which is fine. There's enough there. I'm good with what's there, to be honest.
I'd heard there was rumors of a Nintendo Direct launch day.
Yeah, I saw those rumors kicking around about that, but then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, well, I just feel like they want to.
Why would they want to?
No, it's weird though, right? Like if you talk it through, you're like, all right, Nintendo wants to do a launch day direct, right? Nintendo announcing a direct 24 hours before it happens. There's nothing new about that. That's fine. So they could announce that Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. You could be like, yeah, why would they want to draw people away from, I guess, playing the console? But then it's also that thing of it just helps, I guess, strum up the media around the console's launch. They
Yep.
could have different people from all their different media partners. They could have the president of everyone speak, like unify it from all the different global branches. They could have some new footage of Donkey Kong in there to like sort of solidify, hey, maybe the launch library doesn't quite interest you right now, but the console's out tomorrow. But don't forget, we've got Donkey Kong coming up. Don't forget, we've got these other games coming up very soon. We just announced the Pokemon Presents is happening in July. The Pokemon game that is going to have a Switch 2 update. It's going to play at 60 or that. You know, like I don't think it's that crazy to say it could be a thing. You know.
Yeah, but I feel like it'd be like a recap direct more than a
announcement.
Announcement direct.
Yeah. I think it'd be more of a recap direct. It's just them trying to drum up media for the Switch 2, I think. So, you still reckon you're doing what you're doing, Kieran? You're just going to wander into a store on Thursday and see how you go, or
Nope.
No,
Nope.
You've gone off it now.
I've made the decision.
You've gone off it. Okay.
Not to.
Okay. Now, what led to this? I want to talk us through.
I decided.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally, not gonna lie, I was literally on maybe a week and a half ago. I was on the webpage. I was on the cart for EB Games. I had a Switch 2, the Mario console with a Pro controller in the cart, about to put my details in, and I decided, you know what? No. For me, I don't think the only reason I'd be spending the money is so I could play Mario Kart. Like, at the moment, there's nothing else I'd be interested in playing on the Switch 2. So I'm literally buying an $800, like $700 plus the fucking whatever, the Pro controller, simply to play Mario Kart. And I couldn't do it because then I was also like, if I don't spend the $800 there, that's $800 towards my new computer that I would much rather have, and I'd much get more enjoyment out of than a Switch 2.
That's fair.
Can't fault that rationale.
Sounds like an adult decision.
I know I'm still going to get the FOMO. I'm still going to like feel it at the end of this week. Like, it sucks not to be involved in a new console release.
You see everyone online,
but then you can pull this clip up and play it. When you're
but then it's like, you know,
Pass, Kieran. Tell me why we did this again.
Tell me why. Believe me. You're gonna get yourself a PC with a 5080 in it. You're gonna have a good time.
5080.
Yeah, I'm going balls to the wall. Like, I want this.
Well, that sounds excessive.
The balls to the wall or the 5080? Because the 5080 I think is excessive, but balls to the wall is pretty normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just a case of I just want to get, like, I think this computer I have was very much middle of the row when I bought it, and I decided I'm at a point where I'm like, I want to save just to have like the computer that has what I want on it to play all games on good settings with good frame rate, and to enjoy it without having to fuck around too much, without having to.
Got to get the Marvel Rivals looking sharp.
100%. I want Marvel Rivals to be at like 240 frames without even flinching.
You know what he means, Ash?
He wants to.
He doesn't. He has a UHD.
He wants to see more things that he can't. He wants to have more. He wants a big number for something you can't perceive.
He wants a big number.
Wants a big number. Yeah, buddy.
Connor just says 240, and you're like, yeah, this is definitely 240.
Very good. All right. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of Couch. Look forward to next week. Off the top of my head, so we will be watching the Summer Game Fest stuff along on Saturday. We're gonna do like a post recording of that, so they'll come out as an episode with our thoughts and stuff. Then our next episode will come out Monday night or Tuesday morning, depending on how that flows. But that will be about Xbox and Nintendo Switch 2 impressions, probably a little bit in there as well. I'm going to probably say it'll focus more on Xbox and maybe a quick, hey, how you doing? And we'll save Nintendo for something a bit separate because there's a lot happening. But yeah, so the release schedule, you get a couple extra episodes the way this weekend plays out. But looking forward to all things showcases. It's always fun to sit through some showcases
Yeah.
with some video game news. Excite you. If you're feeling a bit bored with video games, I feel like these events always help you, fire up your video game love.
They
a
always
bit.
make you, turn around when you've made a rational decision and go pre-order something or buy something that you don't need.
They show some trailer. You're like sitting there watching some trailer at Summer Game Fest for a Switch 2 game. You're like, fuck it. Yeah.
Legacy of Kain is a
Switch
Nintendo
2 exclusive.
No!
That would really fuck you, wouldn't it? Of course, check out explosionhour.com for that Summer Game Fest schedule if you want to check it out there, and all the other fun things in our other podcasts as well. Follow us on Blue Sky at explosionhour.com. Follow us on the other social medias at Explosion Pod, at Explosion Network, some places as well. It gets confusing. I wish maybe we'd make them all the same if I could. Anyway, we'll see you here on, what did I just say? Sunday? Saturday night. We'll be talking again all about Summer Game Fest. Hope you enjoy it. Goodbye.